Easter Island, a remote speck in the vastness of the Pacific Ocean, home to the iconic Moai statues that have puzzled researchers for centuries, massive stone sentinels standing stoically over a land cloaked in mystery. Archaeologists suggest these colossal figures were created to honor ancestors, monumental tributes symbolizing power, unity, and divine connection. But what if these statues were more than mere representations of past leaders? What if they once held a life of their own? Local legends tell of the Moai being imbued with mana, a spiritual energy that could grant them a form of consciousness. Some even speak of the great statues walking the earth, moving to protect their people. Could it be that the ancient Rapa Nui people believed these figures were not only sacred, but also sentient? The construction of the Moai was an incredible feat, carved from volcanic tuff, transported across the island, and erected with precision that still baffles engineers today. But what if this was not just an artistic endeavor, but a powerful ritual meant to awaken the very essence of the stone? Modern science has uncovered that certain frequencies can resonate with natural materials, potentially causing them to vibrate and come alive in a way. Could ancient builders have known how to infuse these stones with such energy? Is it possible they designed the Moai not only to honor their ancestors, but also to channel otherworldly forces? What if the placement of these statues, aligned perfectly with celestial events, was a calculated strategy to tap into cosmic energies? Ancient texts from various cultures hint at the concept of stone having memory and resonance. What if the Rapa Nui understood this, crafting their Moai as living conduits between realms? If these statues truly once held life, could the knowledge of their awakening still linger in the whispers of the island's winds? Or is this ancient wisdom lost to the tides of time, waiting for humanity to rediscover the secrets of the stones? Chapter: Whispers of the Ancients. Easter Island, a remote speck in the vast Pacific Ocean, home to the iconic Moai statues, standing sentinel over the land. These colossal stone figures, carved from volcanic tuff, gaze out across the horizon, their faces etched with mystery and silence. Archaeologists argue these statues were tombs for revered ancestors, markers of lineage and legacy. But what if there was more to these gentle giants than mere memorials? Ancient Polynesians, skilled navigators of the seas, may have possessed knowledge far beyond what we understand today. Legends tell of the Moai being imbued with mana, a spiritual life force connecting the earthly and divine. Could these statues have once been vibrant beings, alive with energy? Some researchers speculate that the Rapa Nui people had a profound relationship with these stone creations, one that transcended mere artistry. They believed these figures could influence the world around them, guiding the spirits of ancestors and harnessing the life force of the land. Sounds resonate through the island's volcanic stone, whispers of ancient rituals echoing through time. As human beings, we are deeply attuned to our environment, responding to energy in ways we often overlook. What if the positioning of each moai on the island was an intentional orchestration, tapping into the Earth's magnetic fields? Scholars note the way sound travels across the landscape, shaped by the terrain. Is it possible that the ancient builders knew how to manipulate acoustics, achieving a spiritual connection with their creations? The moai aren't just stone. They may have been conduits of energy, designed to amplify the collective consciousness of the Rapa Nui people. Rituals centered around these statues could have transformed the atmosphere, creating a space where individuals experienced heightened awareness, connection, and insight. If this theory holds weight, then the decline of the Rapa Nui civilization could represent a profound loss. As resources dwindled and the environment changed, perhaps the power and purpose of the moai faded alongside their creators. Could it be that the very essence of these statues dimmed, leaving behind an echo of what once was? Today, scientists are exploring the notion of ancient technologies lost to time. Could the moai represent an advanced understanding of energy and consciousness that has been buried under centuries of neglect? Or is there a chance that remnants of this knowledge exist in our midst, waiting for the right moment to emerge once more? In the shadows of the past, the whispers of the ancients linger, urging us to reevaluate what we thought we knew, challenging us to experience the world with renewed curiosity and respect. Perhaps the moai are not mere relics of a bygone era, but reminders of our potential, urging humanity to reconnect with the unseen forces that bind us all together. Easter Island, a remote speck in the vastness of the Pacific Ocean. It holds within its shores some of the most remarkable sculptures known to humanity, the moai. These towering stone figures, with their enigmatic expressions and imposing stature, have long captured the imagination of scholars and adventurers alike. But what if these statues were once more than mere stone? What if they were not only representations of ancestors, but vessels of a profound ancient energy? Local legends speak of a time when the moai were said to walk amongst the living, animated by the spiritual essence of their creators. The islanders believed that the great carvings held the power of their forebears, connecting them to the divine. Some claim that rituals were performed to awaken these stone giants, invoking their spirits to protect the island. The moai were constructed with remarkable precision, each one a testament to the skill and devotion of the Rapa Nui people. With each carving, the artistry seemed to breathe life into the stone, as if the sculptors understood a deeper secret hidden within their craft. Archaeological studies reveal that the moai were strategically placed upon ahu, sacred platforms that align with celestial events. Some researchers suggest these alignments were designed to harness the energies of the earth and sky, perhaps allowing for an interaction between the physical and spiritual realms. What if this energy was meant to infuse the statues with life? Could the ancients have tapped into a deeper understanding of sound and vibration, using them to awaken these colossal figures? Modern science suggests that sound frequencies can affect physical matter, shaping and influencing it in ways we are still uncovering. As the teeming waves crash upon the shores of Rapa Nui, whispers of the past linger in the air. Could the Moai be waiting, silently observing, as guardians to their island, until a time when their true purpose may be revealed once more? If these statues were once alive, what does this mean for our understanding of history? Were they simply monuments to the dead, or could they have been something far more significant? A bridge between worlds, a connection to ancestral wisdom, and a testament to the extraordinary capabilities of humankind. Through their silent vigilance, the Moai continue to invite questions, urging us to explore the limits of our knowledge and the possibilities that lie within the forgotten stories of our past. Easter Island, or Rapa Nui, is known for its iconic stone statues, the Moai, which stand sentinel over this remote land. Silent and stoic, they gaze out across the vast Pacific Ocean. But what if these ancient figures once had a heartbeat of their own? Archaeologists believe the Moai represent ancestral figures, crafted to honor the lineage of the island's inhabitants. Yet there's a growing curiosity surrounding their true purpose. Were they merely offerings, or were they vessels of a deeper connection to the spiritual realm? Ancient legends tell of a time when these statues were imbued with mana, a life force that connected the living to their ancestors. Voices whispering through the winds suggest that the Moai could once move, perhaps even walk, as they interacted with the very environment around them. How could such a notion come to be? Some researchers propose that the builders of the Moai possessed advanced knowledge of sonic frequencies. Some believe they might have understood how to harness sound vibrations to create resonance, enabling the statues to communicate with one another and the island's people. Imagine an entire community gathering, chanting and drumming, channeling energy through the ground and into the stone figures. Could the vibrations awaken the dormant voices of the Moai, making them more than mere stone? Could the sounds create a bond, linking human consciousness with the statue's purpose? Modern neuroscience reveals that sound can alter mood, behavior, and even perceptions of reality. Perhaps the ancient islanders discovered ways to tap into these potentials, using the Moai as focal points for their collective energy, a conduit through which they could transcend the ordinary. And if the Moai were once alive in this way, what knowledge might they possess? Are they simply guardians of history? Or are they ancient sentinels holding secrets yet to be unveiled? As researchers continue to explore Rapa Nui, the question remains: Could we someday unlock the mysteries that lie within these monumental figures? Or have we forgotten the ways to connect with them, allowing their stories to drift into silence? The heartbeat of Rapa Nui pulses on, waiting for us to listen. What if the statues of Easter Island, the Moai, were once alive? Rapa Nui, an isolated speck of land in the vast Pacific, is home to nearly 900 of these colossal figures, each one carved from the island's volcanic rock, standing sentinel over the craggy shores and verdant valleys. For centuries, they have puzzled historians and anthropologists alike. Traditionally, these statues are seen as mere representations of ancestral leaders, monuments to honor those who have passed on. Yet, what if they were more than just stone? What if they held the essence of a once flourishing civilization? A civilization that understood the dynamics of life and energy. The oral traditions of Rapa Nui tell of a time when these figures were imbued with the spirit of life, where the community engaged in rituals that believed to awaken them. Could these practices have tapped into the very nature of the cosmos, harnessing energies that modern science struggles to comprehend? Ancient texts speak of the power of sound and vibration, reverberating through sacred spaces, potentially enabling a connection with the universe itself. What if the builders of the Moai understood this ancient principle? What if the chants, the rhythms, and the energies of the island were designed to create a resonance, a frequency that could animate their creations? The unique positioning of the Moai, often facing inland, has led to speculation about their purpose. Were they guardians of the community? Or could they have been conduits, channels of energy that linked the people to a greater awareness? Recent explorations reveal strange markings on the island, suggesting that these figures may have been part of a much larger network, a system that intertwined the physical world with spiritual realms, a grid of consciousness meant to enrich life itself. Yet, over time, the resources dwindled, and the disconnect between the people and the Moai deepened. Could it be that as the islanders fell away from these ancient practices, the very life essence of the Moai faded as well? What if the tales of the Rapa Nui are not just stories of a distant past, but warnings about our own relationship with the world around us? As we explore the remnants of this lost civilization, we must consider, what if the knowledge of how to connect with these stone giants lies dormant within us? Are we ready to uncover the potential that connects us all, to each other, to our history, and to the universe? What if the Moai of Easter Island were once more than mere stone figures? What if they held a secret that could alter our understanding of history? These towering statues, carved from volcanic rock, dot the landscape of Rapa Nui, silently gazing out toward the ocean. But their purpose remains shrouded in mystery. Archaeologists suggest they were built to honor ancestors, vessels for spiritual connection. But could there be more to the story? Legends from the island speak of a time when the Moai were alive, imbued with an energy that allowed them to protect and guide the people. The Rapa Nui believed these figures were not just representations, but guardians of wisdom and power. Some researchers have proposed that the Moai were designed with acoustic properties that when the right sounds were produced, these stone giants could resonate with the energies of the island, creating a connection that reached beyond the physical realm. What if ancient Polynesians knew how to harness sound to awaken these statues? It's been shown that certain frequencies can change our perception of reality, create feelings of transcendence. Perhaps the voices of the ancestors could have echoed through these colossal figures, creating an experience unlike any other, an awakening of both the spirit and mind. As the world shifts toward understanding the importance of sound in healing and consciousness, we must ask ourselves, did the Rapa Nui possess knowledge of this ancient technology? Was the art of awakening the Moai lost through generations? Or is it a forgotten practice waiting to resurface? Could these statues, mere silent sentinels today, hold the keys to unlocking human potential? As we continue to explore this enigmatic island, we must remain open to the possibility that the past may still have much to teach us, if only we listen closely. Easter Island, an isolated speck of land in the vast Pacific Ocean, known for its iconic monolithic statues, Moai, towering figures with solemn expressions, etched from volcanic rock. They stand as silent sentinels over the island's storied past. Archaeologists have long debated their purpose. Most agree they were meant to represent ancestors, guardians of the sacred land. But what if these statues were once more than mere stone? Local legends speak of the Moai coming to life, animated by the people's prayers and rituals. Some suggest they were infused with the very essence of the island's ancestors, embodying the spirit of those who had passed. Stories tell of ceremonies performed under the cover of night, where the energy of the land was harnessed, allowing the statues to move, speak, and protect those they watched over. Could it be that ancient Polynesians possessed knowledge of energy manipulation, harnessing vibrations and frequencies to awaken the Moai? Modern researchers have uncovered that certain sound waves can resonate with physical objects, making them vibrate almost as if alive. The island's sacred sites are aligned with astronomical events, solar cycles, equinoxes, and lunar phases. Is it possible that these alignments played a role in activating the power of the Moai? Ancient architects understood the cosmos and its influence on earthly existence. What if these statues served not only as guardians of lineage, but as conduits of cosmic energy? Imagine a time when the very air was filled with sacred sound, when chanting and drumming surged in harmony, resonating with the stone giants. Could this synergy have given them life, Some theorists propose that the knowledge of this ancient technology was lost during the island's decline as resources dwindled and society collapsed. The Moai, bereft of purpose, stood still, their souls trapped within stone, waiting for a time when humanity would remember. Is there a hidden truth among these giants? What if their creation was not merely an impressive feat of artistry, but a testament to a lost understanding? What if these guardians are not just remnants of a bygone era, but a reminder of a latent potential within us all, waiting to be awakened? Main title: What if Easter Island statues were once alive? Chapter: The Dance of the Ancestors. Easter Island, a remote land adorned with nearly 900 monumental statues known as moai, carved from volcanic rock centuries ago, each one a silent sentinel gazing over the landscapes of Rapa Nui. But what if these statues were more than mere stone? According to local legend, the moai were once the living ancestors of the Rapa Nui people, imbued with mana, a spiritual energy that connected them to the divine. Could it be that these majestic figures were not only symbols of ancestry and power, but also conduits to a different realm of existence? Studies reveal that the carvings of the moai align with celestial events, suggesting that their creators possessed an advanced understanding of astronomy. But what if there was a deeper purpose behind these alignments? Imagine a time when the art of carving was not just about representation, but a sacred act meant to breathe life into stone. What if the ancients understood the secrets of sound and vibration, using them to awaken the very spirits of their forefathers trapped within the sculpted forms? Local myths describe rituals performed to activate the moai, calling forth the ancestors to guide and protect their descendants. Could these rituals have involved sonic frequencies or chants designed to resonate with the stones, creating a harmonious connection between the physical and spiritual worlds? Modern science supports the idea that sound can influence matter. Could it be that the Rapa Nui utilized their knowledge of acoustics to transform the very essence of their statues? If true, the moai were not static monuments, but dynamic entities capable of engaging in an ancient dance, a sacred dialogue with the living. As the sun sets over Easter Island, the shadows of the moai stretch across the land. One can almost imagine the whispers of the ancestors carried on the wind, inviting us to ponder what mysteries lie dormant beneath the surface of their stony visages. Were these statues ever truly alive, or do they serve as eternal reminders of a connection we have yet to fully comprehend? Easter Island, a remote speck in the vast Pacific Ocean, known for its towering stone statues, the moai, each one a sentinel watching over the land with an eerie presence. Standing tall, they evoke questions of why they were built, how they were transported, and perhaps the most profound question of all: were they once alive? Local legends whisper of a time when Rapa Nui, the island's indigenous people, could tap into the hidden powers of these statues, transforming the moai into vessels of energy and strength. What if these stone giants were more than mere stone? What if they carried the essence of their ancestors, acting as conduits between the earthly and the otherworldly. Underneath the surface of the island lies a network of caves and tunnels, unexplored and shrouded in mystery. Could they hold the key to the Moai's origins? Some researchers suggest that these subterranean chambers may have been used in ancient rituals, a place where the living could commune with the spirits of their ancestors. If the Moai were once animated through ritualistic practices, what would that mean for our understanding of life and consciousness? The indigenous people of Rapa Nui believed that the Moai contained the mana, the spiritual energy that gave them power. Some theories postulate that these statues were perhaps a sophisticated form of biotechnology, designed to act as repositories of knowledge and energy capable of influencing the world around them. Could it be possible that they were revered not merely for their physical appearances, but for their ability to channel something transcendent? Ancient texts speak of rituals that invoked the spirits of the ancestors, giving life to inanimate objects through the power of intention, a force that can be harnessed when the right conditions are met. As modern researchers delve deeper into the acoustic properties of the stone and its surroundings, could they uncover evidence of a sound technology that once awakened the Moai, making them resonate with life? Moreover, the unique placement of the Moai, their gaze directed toward the land rather than the ocean, raises further questions. Were they guardians of something sacred? Perhaps a cosmic communication system between the earth and the stars? Could the ancient Rapa Nui have had knowledge of celestial alignments that we have only scratched the surface of? As scientists uncover more about the geology and environmental changes of Easter Island, the evidence suggests that the island was once thriving, with a rich ecosystem that supported life. But as resources dwindled, the connection to the Moai may have been lost, leading to the eventual decline of the Rapa Nui civilization. Did the Moai once serve a purpose beyond our current understanding, akin to a technological prowess that allowed for a deeper connection with the universe? And if so, is this knowledge truly lost? Or are we merely on the brink of a rediscovery, waiting for the right time to unlock the secrets that lie beneath the surface? Easter Island, an isolated speck of land in the vast Pacific Ocean, home to the majestic Moai statues, standing sentinel over the land. Each figure, carved from volcanic tuff, is a testament to the creativity and engineering prowess of the Rapa Nui civilization. Yet, these stone giants hold more than mere historical significance. Legends whisper of a time when the Moai were imbued with a kind of life force, a connection to the ancestors whom they represented. Could these statues have once been vessels of the spirit, guardians of wisdom meant to guide the living? Archaeologists theorize that the Moai were positioned to face inland, overlooking the villages, as if they were protectors watching over the community. But what if they were designed for a purpose far beyond mere observation? Some researchers posit that the statues may have been attuned to the energy of the island itself, aligning with celestial events, drawing power from the earth, the sky, and the cosmic forces that govern our world. This energy could have created a resonance, a connection that allowed the living to communicate with their ancestors. Ancient oral traditions describe ceremonies where the islanders would gather around the statues, invoking a dialogue with the spirits within the stone. Modern science explores the idea of vibrational energy and sound, suggesting that specific frequencies may bridge the gap between dimensions. What if the Moai could project these frequencies, allowing the Rapa Nui to access a higher state of awareness? Imagine the possibility of engaging in conversations with the very essence of those who came before. The carvings, the placements, even the sizes of the Moai might not be random choices, but rather calculated measures designed to enhance their spiritual function. These statues could represent not just ancestors, but a technology of connection, a way to keep the wisdom of the past alive in the present. If such a profound understanding of energy and consciousness existed, where has it gone? Could it be that the ancient builders had knowledge that has been lost to the ages? Or is it possible that echoes of this wisdom still resonate within the stones, waiting for a moment of remembrance to awaken? Easter Island, a remote speck in the vast Pacific Ocean, home to the legendary Moai statues, those towering stone figures that have captivated the imagination of explorers and archaeologists alike. Crafted from volcanic rock, these massive forms stand sentinel over the landscape, each one meticulously carved with an expression both serene and solemn. But what if they held secret knowledge of a much deeper truth? According to local lore, the Rapa Nui people believed their ancestors embodied the Moai, serving as protectors of the living. But could these statues have once been more than mere representations? Could they have been infused with life, a conduit for connection between the earthly realm and the divine? Some researchers propose the idea that the ancient inhabitants of Rapa Nui employed complex rituals to animate the Moai. They speculate that through specific ceremonies, perhaps involving music, dance, and offerings, the energy and essence of their ancestors were channeled, creating a profound spiritual presence within the statues themselves. As we delve into the history of Easter Island, evidence emerges that suggests the Rapa Nui had an advanced understanding of sound and vibration. Could it be that they harnessed these forces, allowing them to imbue the Moai with a lifelike quality? The very design of the statues, with their elongated heads and exaggerated features, may have acted as an amplification of spiritual energy, inviting the semi-divine to dwell within. Some anthropologists have drawn parallels between the Moai and other cultures that employed similar practices, such as the ancient Egyptians or the Maya. These civilizations also created monumental imagery that served to honor their ancestors, linking them to the power of the cosmos. Imagine a time when the people of Easter Island gathered in reverence, surrounded by the towering figures that watched over them, participating in ceremonies that called upon the ancestors for guidance and strength. Could it be that the sound of their chants resonated through the very rock, awakening something deep within? What if these rituals of rebirth were not merely symbolic, but a genuine connection to a living history? And if these statues indeed once held a spark of life, what would that mean for our understanding of the past? As we explore this theory, we are left with tantalizing questions. Were the moai simply monuments to the dead, or were they vessels of power created to bridge the gap between the tangible world and the ethereal? Perhaps, hidden in the stories of the Rapa Nui culture, lies the key to unlocking the mysteries of these ancient stone guardians. And if the secrets of their creation and purpose remain lost to time, are there remnants of that ancient knowledge still lingering within the stones, waiting for someone to listen? What if Easter Island statues were once alive? The colossal moai, these towering stone figures, dot the landscape of Rapa Nui, silent sentinels standing guard over the lush green hills and the blue Pacific waters. Archaeologists reveal that these sculptures were hewn from volcanic rock and transported across the island, some weighing over 80 tons. They were built to honor ancestors, to attract prosperity, and protect the people. But what if these figures meant more than mere memorials? Legends tell of an ancient time when the statues held a power, an essence that animated their stone forms. Could the Rapa Nui people have harnessed the energy of the earth itself? Some theorists propose that these statues were part of a forgotten technology, a method of connecting with celestial forces, or tapping into the life force of the land. Is it possible that the moai were not just carved representations, but vessels imbued with the spirits of great leaders, designed to communicate with the gods? Ancient tales speak of rituals where the living and the statues interacted, where chants and dances could invoke the energies believed to reside within these monumental forms. Modern science reveals that sound waves can affect matter. What if the Rapa Nui understood this principle? What if the chants, the vibrations resonating within their ceremonial practices, were capable of awakening dormant energies within the statues? As the island's people faced ecological decline and societal upheaval, could it be that the power of the moai diminished, leading to their eventual stillness? The last remnants of a once vibrant connection lost to time. What if the spirit of the moai still lingers within the stone? Is it possible that the vibrant life force they once embodied may still reside in the essence of these figures, waiting for the right frequencies to awaken them once more? And if this energy does exist, hidden beneath layers of history and myth, could we, too, learn to unlock the secrets of the living statues of Easter Island? On a remote island, adrift in the vastness of the Pacific Ocean, lies a place known as Rapa Nui, or Easter Island, home to over 800 colossal stone figures known as moai, created by an ancient civilization that has captivated the world for centuries. Archaeologists have long pondered the purpose of these towering statues. Many believe they were carved to honor ancestors or represent powerful clan leaders. But what if they served a purpose far beyond mere commemoration? The Moai stand guard over the island, their stone faces etched with a deep sense of mystery. Each figure, carved from volcanic rock, seems to watch, waiting. But for what? Some theorize that these statues were once imbued with life, animated by the spiritual beliefs of the islanders, providing protection, guidance, or even a means to communicate with the divine. But how could such a transformation occur? Ancient texts and oral traditions speak of rituals performed by the island's inhabitants, ceremonies invoking the spirits of their ancestors to breathe life into stone. They believed that the Moai held the essence of their forebears, a physical manifestation of their lineage. Modern science has illuminated a different angle. Studies have revealed that the Moai are more than just static figures. Their unique acoustics may have played a role in rituals. Some researchers propose that the resonance of the island's geological formations, combined with specific vocalizations, could have created a symphony of sound, a means to awaken the dormant potentials within the statues. What if these vibrations allowed the islanders to transcend the mundane, reaching a higher state of consciousness? Could the Moai have served as a bridge, connecting the living with the spiritual world, guiding them through the mysteries of existence? As the islanders crafted their masterpieces, they were not merely sculpting rock, but channeling their beliefs and emotions into tangible forms. The lingering whispers of their rituals echo through the centuries, still reverberating between the statues and the sacred sites of Rapa Nui. But the island faced challenges: deforestation, resource depletion, and societal upheaval led to a decline in population. The practices surrounding the Moai faded, and the statues became silent sentinels, left to stand alone against the encroaching tides of time. Yet, what if the knowledge of how to awaken the Moai still exists, hidden in the lore of the island? What if the legacy of these awe-inspiring figures holds the key to a deeper understanding of ourselves now and the universe? If the islanders used their creations to tap into higher consciousness, could we too rediscover that connection? The mysteries of Rapa Nui and the silent Moai urge us to look beyond the surface, to explore what lies beneath the rock, to awaken echoes of a time when stone might have breathed and spoken, a legacy waiting to be unraveled. What if the statues of Easter Island, known as Moai, were once more than mere stone? These towering figures, weighing up to 80 tons and standing over 30 feet tall, silently gaze across the vast Pacific Ocean, their features worn by centuries of wind and rain. But what if they were not only representations of ancestors, but manifestations of life itself? Local lore speaks of a time when the Moai could move, when they were the living embodiments of Rapa Nui ancestors, brought to life through sacred rituals and powerful chants. The islanders believed these statues protected their homes and guided their spirits. But could there have been more to this ancient belief? Scholars suggest that the moai were strategically placed to honor the lineage of powerful chiefs. But what if their placement also had a deeper connection to the cosmos? Some researchers propose that these statues aligned with celestial events, channeling energies from the stars above, energies that the islanders could have harnessed for a greater purpose. Imagine the sound of ritualistic drums echoing against the cliffs, as island priests performed sacred ceremonies to awaken the moai. Could these chants have produced vibrational frequencies that interacted with the stone, causing them to resonate and perhaps even animate? Recent studies into stone acoustics reveal that certain rocks can vibrate at frequencies that affect the human mind and environment. Could the Rapa Nui people have discovered this knowledge and used it to invoke a profound connection with their ancestors? What if, through their understanding of sound and the earth itself, the moai were more than just statues, but gateways to realms beyond our comprehension, a place where human consciousness intertwines with stone, revealing messages from generations past? If the moai were once alive, what happened to that ancient wisdom? Was it lost in the sands of time? Or is it still present in the whispers of the wind that sweeps across Easter Island today, waiting for us to awaken the dreams of the moai? Easter Island, a remote outpost in the vast Pacific Ocean, home to the iconic moai statues, silent sentinels carved from volcanic tuff. Standing tall and proud, they gaze toward the horizon, watching over the land and its people for centuries. But what if these statues were more than mere stone? What if they were once alive, imbued with a consciousness that transcended time? Ancient legends tell of giants who roamed the earth, embodying both the divine and the earthly. Some scholars suggest that the moai were constructed not just as monuments, but as vessels designed to house the spirits of ancestors and gods. Crafted with immense skill, each statue represents a revered leader, a guardian of knowledge, or a protector of the island's inhabitants. But is it possible these figures were believed to possess a life of their own? Across various cultures, stories of animated statues and guardians of the sacred are prevalent. Could these tales be rooted in reality? What if the islanders believed their carvings could channel spiritual energy, becoming conduits to a higher wisdom? What if the rituals performed around these moai were meant to awaken their spirit, to bring forth their ancient wisdom? Investigations into the acoustics of the island suggest that the positioning of these statues was no mere coincidence. The resonance of their stone forms may have been intentionally placed to create sound waves that could affect human consciousness. If so, could the moai have been designed to sing? To resonate at frequencies that align with the natural rhythms of the island, blending with the chants and prayers of the people. Modern science reveals that certain vibrations can elevate human awareness, facilitating connection with the very fabric of existence. Perhaps the islanders understood these principles, intertwining sound and stone to tap into a powerful source. The Moai, once believed to stand guard, may have been seen as living extensions of the ancestors, guiding, protecting, and nurturing their descendants. But what happened to this knowledge? How did the islanders transition from reverence to neglect? As resources dwindled, the rich spiritual practices that centered around these giants seemed to fade. Did mankind forget the very essence of their creations? What if, in their silence, the Moai still hold the secrets to that ancient wisdom? Legends whisper of the return of the giants, of a time when the Moai will awaken, reconnected with the energies of the earth and sky. Could it be that these colossal figures, carved with love and devotion, linger in a state of latent potential, waiting for humanity to remember the bond forged long ago? As we continue to explore the mysteries of Easter Island, the question lingers: can we unlock the knowledge hidden within the stone? Can we awaken the giants once more?